What mortgage should you get? There's so many different programs out there. FHA, VA, conventional. What's a jumbo loan? What is renovation financing? There's so many options to choose from, and I think a lot of people make the decision on what lender to work with or what loan program based on all the wrong things. Imagine if you could have an amazing conversation with your loan officer and he gives you several options to choose from. Whether it's an FHA loan with 3.5% down, a down payment assistance loan, or even maybe a conventional loan with no mortgage insurance. All these other options are available that maybe you're not even considering before you choose what lender to work with. In this video, I'm going to be uncovering some of the conversations and questions you should be having with your loan officer to determine what's going to be the best mortgage to fit your needs. And why should you keep listening and watching this video? Because I've been in the mortgage business for 15 years and I run one of the top producing teams in the entire country. We've been able to help thousands of homeowners purchase and refinance homes over the years. And I want to give you some insight as to some of the conversations and questions you should be having with your loan officer. Every home buyer has a different want, need, and desire as to why they're purchasing a home. It could be a first-time home buyer who's using a down payment assistance program to purchase their first home. Or maybe it's a guy who's buying a vacation property on a beach in Hawaii that they've always wanted to go and visit in the summertime and have a place that they can stay with their family. Or maybe it's an investor who's purchasing their 10th rental property and they're looking to build cash flow for themselves and their family for the rest of their lives. Every single customer is going to have a different need. You can't have the same conversation with all three of those clients because there's a different motivation and a different end goal with each customer. So as a loan officer, the number one thing that you should be doing is trying to uncover your customers' wants and needs. Now, for you being the customer that's out there watching this video, that's the first thing your loan officer should be talking to you about. They should be trying to get to know you a little better so that they clearly understand what could be the best program to recommend for you. Now, this reminds me of a recent customer that I literally just spoke to the other day. They were selling a house in San Diego and they wanted to take some of their proceeds and purchase a home here in Las Vegas. They're expecting to net maybe $200,000-$300,000 from the sale of their property, which is amazing, especially in this market right now. If you're a seller, now's the time to sell because you're gonna get multiple people that's gonna write and submit offers on your home and you can pick the best of the best at this point. Now, they wanna move here to Las Vegas, they wanna downsize, and they wanna be able to take advantage of all the tax benefits here in Nevada. But the one thing that I uncovered while I was talking to them is that they wanted to sell their place and they wanted to put 20% down on a home here in Las Vegas that was gonna be priced anywhere from $500,000 to $600,000. The thing that I asked them was, how much of the proceeds are you folks looking to take from the sale of your house and put towards your down payment? And they said 20%. And I always ask why 20%, because more often than not, people still assume to this day the only way to get rid of mortgage insurance is to put 20% down. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while now, I've talked about this quite a bit. You don't have to put 20% down to get rid of that mortgage insurance. So I did mention that to them, and of course, they didn't know that. So now, when we're looking at structuring their deal, because we're in such a competitive market, we can maybe do a 10% down deal for them. And now in the example of purchasing a $500,000 house, I can now save them an extra $50,000 that we can either put towards the offer of the home. So if they wanted to make an even stronger offer and give the seller maybe another $10,000 above their asking price, they could do that. Or they can use that $50,000 and furnish their place, or if they can use that money towards some repairs if they don't want to ask the seller to make those necessary improvements before selling the property. So just by uncovering what the goal is of what they're looking to do, how are they looking to purchase, I was able to potentially save these guys an extra $50,000 that now we can get a little more creative with their financing, and I can help them structure their deal a little bit differently than they initially would have thought to help get their offer accepted, especially in this crazy market that we're in right now. So that's just one example of, as a loan officer and you as a customer, right? Well, let's have that conversation of, what are you looking to buy? When are you looking to move? Do you have a timeline? Do you have to be in a certain area? How long do you plan on staying in the house? Because sometimes, even with some of these down payment assistance programs, you have to be in the home for a certain amount of time. And if you sell or refinance within that window, you do pay a prorated amount back to the program. So let's say, for example, you're looking to purchase your first home and you needed to use a down payment assistance program. Is it better to use the program, or if you have the funds needed to put your own down payment to purchase, it's better to do that. Now, if your loan officer doesn't give you a side-by-side comparison to show you how the down payment assistance program works versus maybe an FHA loan or maybe even a conventional loan with 3% down, what's going to be the best option for you? That might be something you have to look into, because if you know that, hey, maybe in 2 years or so I might get a promotion or I might leave, is it worth now paying some of that money back to the program, or not having to worry about that when you sell your house and come in with your own down payment, whether it be FHA or a conventional loan? So remember, there isn't a one-size-fits-all mortgage program out there. Every single customer is going to have a different desire, a different need as to how long they're going to keep the house, what's their motivation to buying the house. The advice that maybe your friends, family, or even some other people that you're watching on YouTube or even articles that you read might say otherwise. But every single customer that we deal with, we try to get to the root of their motivation so that we can give you several options to choose from. We can break that down on a side-by-side comparison through our total cost analysis that we use. That way you can understand and really see how do the numbers work. Because if I were to sit here and just rattle off some guidelines to you as to what's an FHA loan, what's a VA loan or conventional loan, that's all great that you understand the program. But to me, the most important thing is running the numbers. You've got to know how the numbers work out for you at the end of the day. And that's the best way, in my opinion, to determine what's the best loan program for you. So those were 2 real-life conversations that I had with customers within the last couple of weeks. And I hope you can see, like I mentioned, that there's not one type of mortgage that's going to fit everybody. Everybody's going to have a different scenario, a different program, a different desire as to why they're buying. And that's why I feel it's so important that you have to have those conversations with your loan officer. Now, if you're thinking of buying or refinancing this year, send me a text to my number below so that we can hop on a quick call and I can try to figure out what's going to be the best mortgage that I can recommend for you this year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.